Hello there, thanks for watching Lukewalks. Today I'm in, this road here is called Silom, and now above me is the BTS station called Saladang. So this is like Silom area. There's also Patpong. I've just passed Patpong where I've just parked my bike, and I've been offered a lot of massages from men. I've also seen a lot of marijuana, cannabis shops. Now this area here, there's also Statorn is nearby, and Hua Lamphong is nearby, and Lumpini Park. It's about 1 kilometre away from Hua Lamphong, the major Bangkok station. Now this area here, Saladang, I've never really explored it. So that's what I'm doing today, exploring this area. And whatever I find and learn, I'm going to share with you all. So this road I'm approaching now is actually a major road. It's one of the major arterial roads here in Bangkok, and it is called Rama IV Road, named after King Rama IV. Now this place here, I was just reading recently, Silom Edge. It's newly opened, and it's on the corner of this big Saladang intersection. It's just recently opened. It's a 24-hour diner. So if you've been hitting the town at Silom, Patpong, and you need a little late night snack, this is the place to come. And from what I've read, it's a pretty good eatery, so I might pop in there and grab a little snack, but I'm not hungry just yet. I'm keen on exploring. So here I am at Silom Road intersection and King Rama IV intersection. There's a big statue of a king over there. I've got a lot to explore today. I've also just spotted somebody who's quite well known. It's the Lord Mayor of Bangkok, and he's just over my shoulder, and he's eating some pasta in this new 24-hour diner. From all reports, he's a very good guy. Actually, I think I've called him the Lord Mayor. I don't think that's a Thai terminology. I think he's just the plain old mayor, not Lord Mayor. The Mayor of Bangkok. So this bridge over here is called the Thai-Japanese Bridge, and I don't really know why, but I'm guessing that maybe Japanese helped construct it, finance it. But further down this road, there's another bridge, and it had Belgium written on it. So I don't really know why, so that's something I can find out about. Rama IV Road along here, and it's a major road. It goes from Chao Phraya River all the way to Prakanong. Now it was constructed in 1919, and it was originally called Hua Lamphong Road. And I can see just off into the distance there is a big temple. It's raised up nice and high, and it is indeed Hua Lamphong Temple. So I'm going to go and have a look at that. Now the name was changed actually by Rama VI. He renamed it to a Rama IV Road as a tribute to the person who was instrumental in actually creating this road. Now, from what I read, this road used to actually be a canal. So the canal was the canals and the waterways were the primary ways of the Thais at the time to get around. And then there was the need for some roads to be built. So this was one of the roads. This was a former canal that was filled in, and then it became a major road. I'm leaving the Saladang intersection and on my way to Hua Lamphong Temple, Wat Hua Lamphong. And also just passing right now is the Thai Red Cross Society. I'm going to go and have a look at that after I visit the temple. I've also heard that there's a snake farm in there as well. So I'm definitely going to go and check that out. Yeah, something else I want to find out is connection between Hua Lamphong Temple and the train station known as Hua Lamphong as well. Makes sense that this road used to be called Hua Lamphong Road as well. So I've never been to this temple, it's going to be my first time, but I've been to Hua Lamphong train station a few times, so hopefully I can make some connections there. Wonder who Henry Durant was. Henry Durant. He must have been someone important. Got to be important to have a whole intersection. Got to be important to have a whole intersection named after you. At the Henry Dunant intersection, there's Jim Thompson's, one of a couple of Jim Thompson's house. And if you don't know who Jim Thompson was, he was a silk trader back in the 60s, and he's had a very rich and interesting life, and his untimely death shrouded in mystery. I think that's enough. He's such an interesting character. I think I need to make a video about him. There's actually a Jim Thompson's house that's worth checking out. This building here is pretty interesting, but Jim Thompson's house, which is near MBK, it's really, really cool. It's where he used to live and where he used to work, and near the silk traders. And he's constructed a house which is made of quite a few different Thai houses put together. So architecturally speaking, it's definitely well worth a visit, but also if you're into textiles, it's definitely worth a visit as well. Always amazed at the lengths that new developments go to try and sell their off the plan condos. So you see lots of these little setups where they've got, I don't know, something that's Instagram worthy. They usually also got a couple of people waving flags out the front. I always wondered, it's like that really does attract a person to buy a condominium. Like, just driving down the street, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at that guy, he's got a flag. Oh, look, some nice seats, a swing, a pink swing. Let's take a few photos. Before I knew it, I've just bought myself a condo. So here is the rotting corpse of a former sales office. They've obviously sold all their condos. They don't need it anymore, so now it's no longer so Instagram worthy. But I guess it served its purpose. It wouldn't be there. It wouldn't, if they didn't serve their purpose, there wouldn't be so many of them around. 25 meters, and there's another one. This one we're trying to buy, sell. What do we got here? This one's Urban Link Property Experts. They are everywhere. Okay, so we have arrived to Hua Lamphong Temple. Sadly, it's a bit of a dreary day. It's overcast and vision's a bit poor, so the gold elements of this temple may not shine as brightly as they have in other videos, just because of the visibility today. Okay, so we have arrived to Hua Lamphong Temple. Sadly, it's a bit of a dreary day. It's overcast and vision's a bit poor, so the gold elements of this temple may not shine as brightly as they have in other videos, just because of the visibility today. Hua Lamphong so unique and special to the Thai people that visit here. Is actually there's a lot of opportunities for donations and giving. If you'll notice, I was just inside there with the yellow discs. The yellow discs, for a small fee, you can pay to have one of those yellow wax discs, and you can use that to then melt it down just over here. So you take these discs and you can melt it down in the vat, which is just over there, hot vat, to make a candle, and then the candle can then be burnt in the temple. There's other opportunities. There's some flowers, wax candle flowers, and you, for a small fee, you pay for your the flower that represents your day of your birth. So for me, it would be a Tuesday, and then you light that candle, and it floats around the Buddha images there. But there's also, interestingly, they give some instructions. They've even got the instructions in English of what to say and how to pray and sort of the chant that you should recite for blessings. Now, interestingly as well, just over here, there's the Ruamkatanyu Foundation. Now, Hua Lamphong Temple and how do I say it? Ruamkatanyu Foundation are actually two separate things, but they've all kind of been combined into the same building area, or this block. But the foundation next door is actually, it is about helping those in need. Oh, here's something that just caught my attention about you can make some donations to feed the animals. Feed the pigs and the cows to prevent them from actually being slaughtered for meat. So you can pay to prevent that. So it's a very interesting place. So once you've taken your gold disc, you then pop it into this big vat here, with fire underneath, gas burner, and it melts. It fills up these big tubes, and they are the big candles that are used inside the temple. There's another way you can donate here, and that's to the repair of the actual temple, and you can purchase floor tiles, also some roof tiles as well. I'm here, I might go and have a quick look at the Ruamkatanyu Foundation. So what it really, we kind of, how it became quite well known is for coffin donation. So I think it's about 500 baht, and you can pay for a coffin. And the reason you do that is there's plenty of homeless or those without family or those without any money, that when they pass away, they have nothing, have absolutely nothing. So they don't even have money for a coffin for the cremation. So people like myself or other kind citizens might donate some money to buy a coffin for one of these such people. So Ruamkatanyu Foundation is actually quite famous for that. System is out the front here is where you pay your money, you get a piece of paper, you write your name and a note, and then you post it on these symbolic coffins here. So very good system they have here. It's really popular, so much so they've got queuing systems. So the Thais are very generous. They're very caring people from what I've learned in my short time here in Thailand. So with the Buddhist belief of karma, I find it quite interesting that once you've done your good for society, for the world, you then leave and some good should come back to you. Maybe that is why there's so many lotto ticket salespeople outside cashing in on that opportunity. I've done some good, now it's time for me to get my reward to win the lotto. One of the unique features about Hua Lamphong Temple is that it's so high. It's like risen up above the ground. So I'm on the ground floor here. I can't get in there, but the temple's up on top. And this was kind of somewhat recent renovations to Hua Lamphong Temple, that they built this really huge base and then had the temple on top of it. See if let's time to climb the stairs and have a closer look. So the extensive renovations I spoke of was for the 50th anniversary of King Rama IX, and that was in 1996. So that is when they built this huge base and renovated the temple on top, and oh, it is impressive. Have a look at that. Actually, is quite high up here. I'm up eye level with one of that overpass road that we were walking past before. They had the Japanese Thai bridge. See quite a lot of buildings around. As I mentioned before, unfortunately it's a bit of a dreary day, so the view's a bit dull to my eyes and probably on the camera as well. Nonetheless, it's actually quite a unique temple. It's so high. Anyway, there's supposed to be some elephant statues flanking this temple, which have something to do with King Rama IX. So I'm seeing if I can find those two elephants that flank the temple. Hua Lamphong's roof is absolutely exceptional. Like really old, ancient. There's a jetty, by the way, out the back. It's so intricate, amazing. The large Garuda there in the middle. Concerned the camera's not really doing it justice because of the sun and the dreariness of the day, but that's just spectacular there. As you can see, there's also a school here at Hua Lamphong. So I was standing here on the steps, I've just spotted, I was looking for two elephants either side of the temple, but it's actually like part of a logo or a crest or it's some kind of an image. So it's two elephants with umbrellas as well, and I've spotted them. They're actually like interwoven into the what do you call the decorations of this temple, so I'll show you them now. Truly stunning temple. The vibrancy of the gold, that beautiful gold Buddha image right at the front there, it's amazing. But the murals as well is really, really beautiful. So if you're into into temples or cultural things here in Bangkok, then definitely come and have a look at Hua Lamphong temples. It's truly magical. I've just finished touring Hua Lamphong temple, and I was suitably impressed, in particular the murals on the wall on the inside of that temple. Now, with the donation theme in mind, with the what's it called, let me get this right, Ruamkatanyu Foundation next door, I'm going to cross the road and go and see the Thai Red Cross, because Red Cross is synonymous for donating blood. So with that donation theme in mind, that's going to be one of my next stops. But before I do that, I'm going to take a trip 1 kilometre down the road and have a look at Hua Lamphong station, so I can somehow make some connection between Hua Lamphong temple and the Hua Lamphong train station. But also I think it's because this road used to also be called Hua Lamphong Road, and it used to be a canal, now it's a road, but I think it might have also been a railway line at some stage as well. So stick around and I'll tell you all about that. Also how Sala Dang got its name. Hua Lamphong station is where I am now, and some believe that the origins of the name Hua Lamphong is connected to the Muslim community that lived nearby here. And the Muslim community, they had a lot of cattle here, and the name that they referred to this place was called Tung Hua Lamphong, which translates to swaggering bull plains. So this that's one theory about where the name came from, Hua Lamphong. A second theory about the name Hua Lamphong focuses on the word lamphong, and the lamphong is a type of tree that was abundant in this area. And a third theory for the name, where the name Hua Lamphong came from, is a combination of a Malay word and a Thai word. The Thai word Hua means to float, refers to floating, and Malay word for Lamphong is a bridge, so it refers to a floating bridge. Loi Hua Lamphong, and this area was right next to a canal, so there was a floating bridge on the canal. So that's where a third theory as to where this train station got its name from. So interestingly, the original train station, Hua Lamphong, is actually exactly where the MRT station is built right now. So that was the original train station, and that was eventually demolished, and this one was built nearby. This magnificent train station here was completed in 1916. There are 12 platforms here at Bangkok Railway Station, as it's officially known as. And at its peak, there was around 130 trains that would depart from this station every day, and taking approximately 60,000 passengers. Now that was because this train station was the terminus for four of the 5 major train lines in Thailand. Now this is no longer the case, because there's been a magnificent brand new transport hub which is built at W쏘ʟds, and that not only has all the major trains connecting to there, but it's also a bus station as well. So therefore this magnificent building, the decision was made to close it down and to move all the railway lines and move all the train activity to W쏘ʟds. However, this faced a bit of opposition. This proposal faced a fair bit of opposition from the people, because people absolutely loved this train station and they didn't want to see it disappear, because the original plan was to demolish it or refurbish it or renovate it or change it and to construct something like a multi-purpose building here. But people didn't like that. They wanted to preserve the history and then the life of they wanted to preserve this train station in some way. So power to the people, this has actually happened. So December 23rd, 2021, a decision was made that this train station will remain an active train station and that there will be approximately 20 trains departing from here every day, which is a lot less than the 130 that it used to receive in its heyday, but it means that this magnificent train station will be preserved and will continue as people know and love it. But it is a really wonderful train station, magnificent. Neo-Renaissance design. It was designed by an Italian architect, and it's really wonderful place, quite a magical place to wander around. And this is one of the stops on Lukewalks Chinatown tour. I'm here with my friend Jim, and Jim has just spotted a fantastic display here. He's theorised that it's got to do with something about train safety and some kind of warnings, or is it a how to get killed? Got this guy here, got his legs stuck under. This guy, he's trying to run in front of the train. I like his hairstyle and I like his clothing. This guy also, I don't know what he's done. He's got his foot stuck under the wheel. This poor guy, it looks like his friend's shoved him or he's trying to catch him. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know how these two guys got up here, but they're on the roof and one of them's hit his head on the bridge. This poor lady was selling her noodles and she's hit by a train. Poor old buffaloes, they got hit by the train as well. This kid's shooting at something. He's throwing rocks. Oh, look at this poor guy. He's hit his head on one of the posts. I like this display. Oh, here's another good one here. The kid's doing some graffiti. It's a nice display. I like this. This is a little gallery. I'm trying to learn how to read Thai, but I haven't quite got it down yet. But if someone could tell me what that sign says, I might have to ask. I'll ask around and see if someone can tell me what that sign says and try and add a little bit more depth and meaning to this impressive little art gallery there. I'm just opposite Hua Lamphong temple here, and I've just read up about King Rama IV Road. So what happened, the origins of this road, when there was a lot of trade going on in the Chao Phraya River back in the good old days, back in the early Chakri dynasty, there was a bit of a problem getting goods from the Chao Phraya River to the Bang Na area, in particular the Prakanong Canal. So it was a request that a canal be built from the Chao Phraya River all the way to the Prakanong Canal so that the traders could have much better access. So that idea became a reality, and what happened, they dug up the canal, and all the dirt that they dug up, they put beside the canal, and that actually became the road. So they had a canal and a road built 2 for 1, I guess. But then as trade picked up and more, people started using the roads more than they started using, they were using the canals. So therefore the request was to expand the road. So eventually the canal was actually filled in to make a much larger and busier road. But nowadays we've got the road, and we've even got the overpass as well. That's how popular and important this road here is, Rama IV. Anyway, Hua Lamphong Temple is just over there. Samyan Meter Town is there. We are going this way to the Red Cross. I want to find out a little bit about the Thai Red Cross and visit the snake farm. But also I'm then going to skip over and see Lumpini Park, and there's a big statue there of a king. I'm not sure who it is, so I'm going to go and have a closer look at that. And then I reckon the perfect way to finish this video, or finish my day anyway, is all the way down to the end of King Rama IV Road. There's a place called W District. Now W District is a nice place. It's an outdoor food court area. You can get a beer, you can get cocktails, you can get wine, all sorts of food, and it really is a great place to hang out in the evening. So that's where I'm going to finish my night. Now it is a Sunday, so there's some football on tonight, so I'm going to probably try and find a TV so I can watch my beloved Chelsea play. So I'm entering the grounds here of the Thai Red Cross, and we have Queen Salvama Memorial Institute, which we're going to go and have a look at. Actually, no, we're not looking at that. We're looking here at the Thai Red Cross Museum. These are the two. These are the two we're going to. So we'll go to the Red Cross Museum to start with, and then we'll visit the snake farm. So this here is a statue of Queen Salvama. Now, coincidentally, she passed away on October the 20th in 1919. 1919 was when King Rama IV Road was named King Rama IV Road. Now, she was the Queen Mother of King Bhumibol. Now I need to find out more about this lady. She's got a statue out the front, and this whole place is named after her. She's got to be pretty important. So I'm going to go on the museum and see if I can learn a bit more about her. I've got a red cross in the middle of the pond. That's a nice touch, and they've actually got some really cool old buildings here. And no, that is not a snake. It's just a garden hose. Bad news indeed. I'm here on Sunday. Sunday, the snake farm and the museum is closed. What a shame. But if you're a traveller, you know this experience only too well. So many times you turn up to a place and it's closed or it's moved or whatever may be the case. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but it gives me a reason to come back in the future. So I think it's time to go to Lumpini Park, across the road, go and have a look at that statue there. Then it's time for W District for a beer. And I'll have to come back to the Thai Red Cross Society Museum. I'll have to come back another day. Not to worry. So I'm back to the, what's this place, Saladang intersection, and I've just spotted an accident. Some Falangs on a motorcycle just run into a car. No helmets. Fortunately no one's hurt. Anyway, so I'm at the Thai-Japanese bridge, this big intersection, and I've found the statue, and it's a statue of King Rama VI. Now, it's the statue is of so the statue is of King Rama VI. So we're on the road of Rama IV, which is in the Roman numerals IV, and this is statue of King Rama VI, which is the Roman numeral VI. So 6 and 4. When I look at them quickly, I get them mixed up. Anyway, in other news, I can't get any closer. It's fenced off. But I think this is a good opportunity for me to just go and sit in the park and read up on this King Rama VI, and find out what he did, what he contributed to this magnificent place called Thailand. Actually just changed districts too. So on that side of King Rama IV Road is the Bangkok district, and this side is the Patumwan district. So we're stepping into the new district, and I'll find a nice little spot and tell you all about King Rama VI. This is King Rama VI, and the road is King Rama IV Road. 6 and 4. Okay, so we're going to go and find a nice little spot in the park here with King Rama VI statue in the background, but it's a bit hard to find with this barricade. Can't really find a spot, which makes me wonder why is it actually barricaded. It's actually had these barricades up for a long time, so I'm not sure if this is like a protest site or something. Yeah, just not sure. Anyway, I'll find a nice little spot in the park. This place is actually doing a bit of construction here, so it's not going to be good for my microphone. But I'm sure I'll find a nice spot. This is a nice park loop painting. Anyway, here's the statue from the rear. And now I'm entering Lumpini Park, which is a massive park, if you don't know. A massive park in Bangkok. Loads of people doing exercise here. They have little events on here and stuff like that. And here are the guys with doing some paving, and they've got a machine that cuts pavers, which is pretty noisy. So I'm going to find a place which is away from them and read up on the contributions of King Rama VI. It's actually a beautiful park here. It's not sunny today. It's not too hot. There's a nice gentle breeze coming through now. Over there we've got Saladang. We've got the BTS, the train line going past, so it's kind of adds to the colour and movement of this area. But yeah, the park's beautiful and green, very well kept, well groomed. There's people here, people picnicking, people exercising. Yeah, it's a lovely park here, lovely experience. I might linger here for a little bit actually. Interestingly enough, we did see the Mayor of Bangkok before. Now this Mayor of Bangkok was in the news just last week because of a new initiative trying to get Bangkok to be Bangkok people a little bit more active, and also to enjoy places like this. And one of the initiatives of him and the BMA, which is the Bangkok Metropolitan Authority, they've introduced a couple of watercraft to help encourage people to enjoy the waterways here. So look at the beautiful swans. So these swans are actually free of charge for now. I don't know if they'll always be, but there's a couple of kayaks as well. I tell you what, on a Sunday afternoon here by the lake, this is hard to beat. This park it's got so many lizards, massive lizards swimming around, lurking. Look at this big guy here. Found a nice little spot here in the park by the lake, watching the lizards and the boats, paddle boats. and people are just generally enjoying the park. And I've just been studying up on King Rama VI. So first of all, let me tell you about the statue. The statue was built in 1942. So first of all, let me tell you about the statue. The statue, King Rama VI statue, was built in 1942, and it was designed by an Italian sculptor. And there's a lizard getting relatively close. It's just ducked under the water. So the Italian sculptor, his name was Corrado Forocchi, and he constructed the monument with the help of 4 ties. So it was, just got to keep an eye on this lizard here. They freak me out a little bit, those lizards, those prehistoric lizards. Anyway, let me get the camera set back up. Okay, I think she's gone now. So it took a year from the conception to be actually created, and it was unveiled in 1942. Now it's fitting, it mentions here that it's quite fitting that an Italian artist actually created this sculpture, because it was indeed King Rama VI who requested some Italian artists to come here and teach the Thais about art and in particular sculpture. So it was quite fitting that it was an Italian who indeed designed his sculpture. Now if you look at the statue, you'll see that it is a statue of the king standing with his ceremonial uniform, with his sword, on a high pedestal flanked by fountains. Now let me tell you a little bit about King Rama VI. King Rama VI ruled from, it says here, so he was the 6th monarch in the Chakri dynasty, and he ruled from the 23rd of October 1910 until his death in 1925. Now King Rama VI is best known for his efforts to promote nationalism in Siam, of what was known as Siam, which is current day Thailand. King Rama VI was also the man who was around when during World War I. So King Rama VI also was involved in a response to World War I, and he was involved in sending a small army of troops to help in the World War I effort. This King Rama VI also had a keen interest in Siamese history, and also he was well known for his economics acumen. He was a very shrewd politician, and he actually founded Siam's first university, which is Chulalongkorn University, which was the name of his father, King Rama V. King Rama VI was educated in the royal courts. When he became the king, one of his first acts was to actually create a school, and it was an all-boys school, and it was modelled on the same kind of education that from Eton's or Harrow School. So education was actually very important to King Rama VI. And I like this quote about this first school that was set up by King Rama VI. It reads, the name of the school he set up was called the Royal Pages College, and it says here, in the Royal Pages College, what I want is not so much to turn out model boys, all of the same standard, all brilliant scholars with thousands of marks each, as to turn out efficient young men who will be physically and morally clean, and who will be looking forward keenly to take up whatever burden the future of our state may lay upon them. Now, King Rama VI actually set up one of the earliest hospitals here in Thailand, and interestingly, it says here it is the Chulalongkorn Hospital, which is actually the Red Cross. I just passed that before. So in the grounds of the Red Cross is this hospital that he actually set up. Now, he also, in 1914, constructed Don Mueang Airport, And that was a major turning point in the history of Thailand to actually have an international airport built here. So continuing with this transportation thing, he actually expanded the rail network as well. So he extended the railways all the way down to south to Malaysia. He also constructed the Bangkok Railway. That was the Hua Lamphong that we just toured, that we've toured previously. So he was quite the contributor to Thai society. Now this guy also, he was the one that introduced the naming of kings as Rama. All the Chakri dynasty kings actually have the name Rama and then the number. That was him who came up with this. This guy's, I'm starting to really like this guy. He's done a lot of things. I've just read here. In 1913, King Rama VI enacted the law that every citizen must actually have a surname. So before that, they didn't have a surname, of course. Now, when this law was passed, one stipulation was that everyone had to have a different surname. So no two families could actually be called the same. That would have been quite the challenge. Now, I read something recently about how Japan did something similar. But they didn't have that. There was a turning point in Japan where everyone had to find a surname, but a lot of them actually just took on the names of the town or the suburb. But some got really creative. In fact, there was one that I read. This Japanese one character called his family name God. King Rama VI was known for his nationalism, and it was during that World War I that he actually did declare war on Germany and Austria-Hungary. But it was also at this time that he expelled any Germans and Austrians from Siam at the time. Now, it was also this king that actually changed the flag. So the current flag, which is the red, white and blue horizontal strips, that was introduced by King Rama VI. Previous to that, it was a flag, the flag of Siam, which it was a tricolour banner with the elephant's emblem on it. So the current flag that was introduced by King Rama VI, it has 5 horizontal rows. So the colours of the flag, the red, white and blue, it is said that the colours, red represents the land and the people, the white represents the religion, and the blue represents the monarchy. Now things get a bit odd. In 1921, King Rama VI married Prung Suchatakul, who was the daughter of Lord Sutamanantri. Sorry about the pronunciation. Anyway, he elevated his new wife, his new bride, to the status of lady. Then it said he then married her sister. I can't imagine doing that. Marrying somebody and then marrying her sister as well. Now what's even weirder, reads here, in his influential book Imagined Communities, Anglo-Irish politician, scientist and historian Benedict Anderson speculated that the king was a homosexual. Anderson was the first modern scholar to break the taboo and write about the king's personal preference. Strange times. Now, in 1925, this was the year of King Rama VI's death. And at the time, a bit of wildlife in this park. There's a few crows just flying to me. We've got the old lizard. And once I was here, I actually saw a snake as well. Anyway, back to the story. Moving on to 1925. Now, 1925 is when King Rama VI became tragically ill. Now, one of his wives he had elevated to the title of consort, so that means the offspring, if male, could inherit the throne. So it was quite untimely that of the night of the 25th of November, the princess gave birth to a princess. So what was stipulated before this, that the king said if the child was born a male, then he would inherit the throne. But if it was a female, then, did he say, he would hand the throne to his brother. So indeed, because the child that was born was a girl, the throne was passed on to King Rama VI's brother. Now, interestingly, when the child was born, it says here, King managed to catch a glimpse of his sole daughter. And knowing that his daughter could not inherit the throne, he murmured, "It's just as well." Only 2 hours later, the king finally passed away. He was 43 years old, and he reigned for just over 15 years. So as we conclude the story about King Rama VI, there's two other stories that I liked reading and want to share with you. The first one was about King Rama VI. He was the one, because of his fascination with England and Europe, he was someone that actually introduced soccer, football, to Thailand. And it was the game that was played in the royal courts. Another thing that Rama VI did was, as well, at the time, Siam ladies wore their hair very short and dressed kind of masculine, manly, dressed in kind of boys' clothes. And so he encouraged the ladies in Thailand, of Siam, to actually grow their hair long. So he had quite the influence. Football and long hair. My oh my. He actually also got the ladies not only to grow their hair long, but to start wearing skirts. And because that was a practice of the women of Laos at the time, and he liked that, and he didn't like the ladies wearing trousers. So he somehow got the nation, got the ladies to start wearing skirts. So after having a nice little stop here in Lumpini Park and studying up on the life and times of Rama VI, I'm going to head back down King Rama IV Road, jump on my bike and head to W District for a beer and some dinner before watching some football tonight, which coincidentally Thais love. There's loads of big football fans here in Thailand. In fact, it would be, I'd guess that it's probably the #1 sport played, but also definitely spectator wise and probably gambling wise as well. So anyway, I'm going to head back down to King Rama IV Road now. As I wandered down there, I was just studying up on Sala Dang. Now, the story of Sala Dang, how Sala Dang got its name, was after the canal was built and the road was put in, and it was called Hua Lamphong Road at the time. There was a need, there was the Paknam Railway, ended up putting a railway line along this road as well. So it was not only a road and a canal, but it was also a railway. Now, one of the railway stations was a little shack, bus shelter, train station, which was built right here, which is right next to the King Rama VI monument. And it was actually painted red. Now, so the Thai word for red is dang, and Sala is a covered area. So red bus stop, red train station, that's how this intersection actually got its name.